all the members of the Hindu Mandir Executive Committee, the council which has been working for last 10 years, every year you are organizing the meeting, all the honorable members, all the honorable saints, all the executives who are interested in preserving the religious heritage of our culture, our Indian culture, Hindu culture, all of you. Today I am talking to you on the eve of the Shraddha Paksh, that means Purnima, Shraddha Mahalaya, Shraddharam, and I am talking to you on behalf of the whole world, all World Gayatri Pariwar, about the HMEC and its participation, Gayatri Pariwar's participation in HMEC. Trinidad and Tobago are the place where it is being organized for the first time in outside USA and Canada, and I am very glad that Trinidad and Tobago have a good heritage, and they have a good amount of number of people who are from various walks of life of India, and they migrated around more than 150 years back, their forefathers, and they all are there now in a very well positioned stage. So now they are thinking about the religion. This is something very wonderful, because they saw their father, grandfather talking about Ramcharitmanas, talking about Hanuman Chalisa, talking about Gita, and now they understand why they talked about that, because that was a thing which kept them in unison with the Indian culture, with the cultural heritage of India. So all of you who are there, we want to preserve the Hindu Mandir philosophy. Basically, Mandir doesn't mean, the temple doesn't mean that simply a building construction in which you do place a murti and do the arti, do some chalisas and other things. Actually, they should be the generator center for the next generation. There should be teaching going on there, and that the pujari there or the person who is in charge there, he should be very well learned. He should be learned in the scientific spirituality. He should know about science and spirituality both, so that he can talk to the modern generation today that why we worship God, why we have got so many gods in our culture, and why we do this festival, why we do this festival, all these functions and all these. You see, our culture is full of festivals throughout the year. Festivals means inner festivity, inner our pleasure, inner happiness, and this should come out in the form of festival. That's why our forefathers, our sages and rishis, they all planned that the whole year should be met in such a calendar form that every month there are some or the other thing. Even Purnima and Amavasya, if it is on Monday, it is Viswambati Amavasya. They are all celebrated all over the country, all over the world now. These are the things, because of your commitments and many things, you celebrate it on Saturday, Sunday, but we celebrate it throughout the year, and we do our work also, we go to the offices also, we go to the various colleges also, but despite that we celebrate the functions. This is the beauty of the Hindu religion or Indian philosophy. What I want is that kindly take the help of Gayatri Pariwar. There are more than 30 temples plus, means much more than 50-60 temples which are associated with HMEC, and they are doing a very good work by uniting everybody, by inviting various persons from India, inviting the lecture. In fact, I was interested in coming to Trinidad and Tobago to deliver a lecture amongst you, and especially I am a medical doctor, and being a MD in medicine, I have learnt the body's physical aspects also, body's mental, spiritual aspect also. So I have been in this Gayatri Pariwar since last of 50 years, and I presume that unless and until we join the science and spirituality, we won't be able to take the next generation with us. Next generation has to be taught scientific spirituality. We are passing through a very important moment of great change all over the world. You can see when I am talking to you, the same moment our Prime Minister Modi is talking to Google chief and then Facebook chief, and then he's talking to the USA president, and he is talking about the visionary India, digital India. So this is the world of the particularly this particular concept of media being powerful to influence the mind and soul of people should be kept in our mind also. If we don't keep it in our mind, then we will lose the connections with the young people. They are all now having iPhone with them. They are all having smartphones with them, and their vision is totally fixed on the future. So that future, I see that future as the media, which is social media, and this social media needs to be spiritualized, and that spiritualization of the social media will take place only through HMEC. HMEC has to take responsibilities, and I believe so that in your discussions in this particular convention, you will discuss on this issue also, that how media is harming the people, it is how it is polluting the people, and how this media can be made constructive from destructive to constructive. This particular aspect has to be discussed by all of you, and I presume that many talented people are there in HMEC. There are a lot of scientists and a lot of people have a long standing in USA. So definitely, if you are there for 30 years or 20 or 30 years, you know that what your son or what your grandson is needing from you. I have been traveling to USA many times, and since last about 30 years, and I have seen that the young generation wants to listen to me rather than to any person who is associated with religious treatises and all these things. Why so? Only because I talk in a modern language, I talk in the scientific language, and I tell them the importance of whatever you are doing, whatever you are reciting, whatever you are doing. Like if you read Gita, if you read Ramayana, what benefit it is going to give it to you. This is all has to be explained in English to them and in a proper way to them. But this particular work has to be taken by HMEC. We have here a university. I am chancellor of that university, Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya, and we are working out with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi's people who are also active in your countries, in your Trinidad and Tobago area, and I presume that we can work out a model in which the university can transfer its personals from here who are trained enough to teach you theology, the Dharma Vigyan, religious science of religions, and in various all the religions that give us the same teaching. Let us send this message through the young generation, and I have got the trained people here. 3,000 to 5,000 students are produced every year, and by these students I want to spread the Hinduism scientifically. So you all are welcome to visit this university, and you all are welcome to open a center of this university in your Trinidad and Tobago. And those who come from USA, you also should start thinking of opening on a scientific background. Then what will happen? The next generation will not be bereft of the basically all the foundations which our rishis, who were scientists. Our sages and rishis were scientists. Today's pujari is not a scientist. Today's pujari is just expert in rituals, that's all. And he is not expert in rituals. If you ask him to recite few mantras, you will find about more than 100 faults. So what we need to do is that we should not be relying on only pujari or priest or the person who is there. We should try to start working as the mastermind of the religion and spirituality. Religion is something which is very big word. Spirituality is its core. Metaphysics and ethics are the two other aspects. So these are the three things which make religion. So religion has become dogmatic, ritualistic, and limited to only few things. We here have done a wonderful research on yagya. We have the first laboratory of its type in our country, in anywhere in the country, means anywhere in the world, in which we analyze the fumes, we analyze the material which is going to be fumigated, means which is going to be put in the Yajna Yajna Kund, and we measure the parameters of the Yajna Kund and everything. Means you can see more than about 15 thesis PhDs have been done under me on this Yajna therapy. It is a very good therapy. If you sit in the Yajna, 15 persons together, sit in the Yajna for 7 days, you will be already free of many disorders. So you can keep on doing this therapy also, Bhaishajya Yajna, or you can cleanse the environment, the cleansing of the environment. For that also this yajna is very good, and for this we have done various research investigations which are now approved by various organizations. Our university is approved by the National Accreditation and Assessment Council, NAC, and besides that it is approved by the University Grant Commission, Government of India, and President has honored us for the work which we are doing. This particular concept of spirituality which we are teaching is the one which is needed today, and I hope that HMEC will keep this in mind, and if you want any help from us, we are ready to give it to you. We are ready to organize a series of lecture schedule, like every month or every twice a month we can send to you from here video lectures, video transmissions. So we will tell the scientific importance based on the Vedas, based on the Vedic teachings, based on Vedanta, based on Vedic philosophy, and for this we are ready to deliver to you from here bi-monthly or monthly once the message, which will go to all the temples, and all the temples will relate together, and many other leaders, other spiritual religious leaders who are present there, I will request them also to choose 1 or 2 Sundays and deliver message from there to the people of tomorrow who are going to take over the message of Indian culture, Vedas, and the spirituality in 2030s and 2040s. Let them not be away from the scientific aspect of our religion. Let them understand the religion. Thank you very much.